Well, you know, for a long time, the school systems have been dropping music as an elective.
Congress has proposed drastic spending cuts that include over 70 education programs, including arts in education. We are gravely concerned about the impact that these cuts will have on music education programs across the country now and in the future.
Something positive that I plan to bring to music education is excitement to learn new things.
I really want to lead my students to find their own purpose in music.
Something positive that I plan to bring to music education is a sense of inspiration.
I plan on being a positive role model to my students.
The education of the student is the most important thing.
I will sacrifice from my own bank account in order to support my students.
What I plan to bring to music education is my passion.
Something positive that I plan to bring to music education is I want to inspire all of my students to find their own passion.
It seems that most people believe that music education is not doing well because of the economy, and that convincing people of the practical benefits of an education in music will save it. But according to a new nationwide survey, 95% of Americans believe that music is a key component in a child's well-rounded education. While the economy certainly is a factor in music education's struggle, I believe that in order to save music in schools, music education needs to become more relevant to today's students by honoring how students share and experience music in everyday life, honoring the fact that today's students may be dealing with different issues than we might have, and honoring what our students are interested in. Using technology in the classroom is a great way to honor how students share and experience music. In his article, General Music as a Cure for the High-Stakes Concert, Matthew Thibault states that today's students belong to a digital generation, and finding ways to connect contemporary means of creating and experiencing music and media with traditional approaches to performance can keep music learning relevant and exciting. Today's students must deal with a variety of issues, from cyberbullying to homophobia and heterocentrism in schools. One way we can honor this struggle is by directly addressing these issues instead of sweeping them under the rug. We can start this process by looking at our own biases and stereotyping. We can do our best to be sensitive to the terminology we use and which cultures and lifestyles we emphasize through the music that we choose. One way to honor what our students are interested in is by introducing popular music into the curriculum. There is a serious incongruence between the music students listen to in their everyday lives and the music that they perform. In his article, Pop Goes, Wayne Bowman asks the question, what do we teach our students when we turn our backs on the vast majority of the musical experiences that they find meaningful? It can feel overwhelming to think about the responsibility of changing music education as a whole, but at the end of the day, all we really have control over is ourselves and our choices in the classroom. I choose to acknowledge the struggle of being an adolescent and view my students as individuals with choices. To break down the stereotypic boundaries between teachers and students in order to form real and lasting relationships. To advocate for my students whenever possible. To let my students know that I care by engaging with them one-on-one. To respect that my students have a life outside of school and do my best to show an interest and support them in their endeavors outside of music.